All right, so I'm starting to see an improvement in numbers with these short, sharp Baccarat and blackjack sessions. So I think maybe I'll stick with that for a while. And there's a few things that I was thinking about doing on, with YouTube research material. Degen Dalt just put up a thing where in the end, he had a player advantage that was absolutely ludicrous. It was something like 25%. And at some points during the session, the whole session was player friendly, but he kept sort of dropping down into negative and then up again, and then he hit a little run towards the end and made some decent money. But I must admit, he's coming across as a very likable guy. And I love his sessions because the editor that works with him, Kyle, just puts everything up on the screen, and it's just great. It's so easy to use for my purposes anyway. I mean, obviously that's not what he's doing it for, but it's really good. So thank you, Kyle and Dalton. So, and as always, I have no idea what's coming. The theory, with all the sort of the smart alecks who say that progressive betting is dangerous, the theory is that at some point it's going to get out of control and it's going to mean wipeout. And you might have made, 100,000 from the previous 100 sessions, and then you'll lose 150,000 because you're stupid. That's the theory. So anyway, I just keep plodding on. $51. Double for the tie. 3-4. I don't like the way this is going. This is very bad. 7-8. Bugger! This is utter shit. There we go. All that effort. 1,500 for 150. 10% return. Meh. In 2 minutes. Indifferent, but better than losing. 1 win, 800. 3 losses, 650. Do the math, as they say in America. $51. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. We're in the danger zone here. And there's nothing magical about the 5-bet sort of lag or the 5-bet disadvantage or whatever. It's just a trigger. It's just an option. That's all it is. Okay, 15-8, and we're 5 behind. So I think we're going to dump this. 15-8, which is going to be 3-4 on player in 500s when we come back. So obviously 3-4 in 500s means 1,500, 2,000, right? I think everybody gets that by now. I hope so. So what we want to see here, I'm going to bet in 500s just to keep it straight. 3-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to see here, we hope, is a player win. There it is. And there's a temptation for people out there to say, whoa, you just got lucky. That's not how it works. If this strategy depended on luck, then it would be shit. It would not be worth, certainly not worth the 30-odd years I've put into it. And yes, as somebody remarked in the comments the other day, you've changed this, you've done this. And I don't understand how people can can sort of almost say in an accusing way, but you're not doing it the way you used to. I mean, the whole kind of impetus for human beings, individually and collectively, is moving forward, improving, enhancing, perfecting, tweaking, extending, and so on. So it's just, but honestly, people are strange, and I think people who watch these gambling channels are among the strangest of all. Anyway, back to the minimum. We made our money, so we put it in our back pocket and we play on. Start a new thing, and this is now plus, so we had a win and then +1 and now +1 unit again, and then another plus max. I cap out at 5 units, but you can do what you want. Don't double those. Try it again. All right, we're going to chase that because we only had 1. There it is. So we're out of trouble, and we go back to the minimum. Oh dear. 1, 2. See, now we're 5 ahead. Bit of a reversal from last time. +1. 51. 2, 3. That's already a turnaround, so we leave it alone. 2, 3 is good. +1. +1. 1, 2. 3, 4. 7, 8. Oh dear. Suddenly the long grass is waving. 15, 8, and we need to go to the bank. And now we're going to go 7, 9 for the commission. And we're out of that. Minimum on the bank. +1. Out of trouble there. +1. I'm really quite vicious with the bank, as you may have noticed, because of commission. All right, we're out of trouble there too. Back to the min, still on the bank. +1. Plus another one. Plus another one. That's 3, 5. Bugger. There we go. Minimum. What are we, about halfway through? A little halfway through, I think. +1. We're well ahead. 23 wins to 14 losses. There it is. +1, stuck with the bank. Double for the tie. +1. Plus another one. 1, 2. This shoe is quite friendly, isn't it, this one? 27 wins to 17 losses. Yeah, you're not kidding. And we're 3-5ing. 8-5, so we'll call that 2-1 on the player. 1-2. Yeah, this is a dream shoe, this one, really. I mean, the session, we're at 10 minutes and 3,500. Shoe balance, of course, is not relevant because it has to be set against the loss from the previous one. It is relevant, but it's not the full amount. It's not the actual win, is what I'm trying to say. Double for the loss. Repeat. Back to the min. +1. +1. 1, 2. Yes, I'm liking this shoe. I think it's quite nice. +1. It's another plus. 1, 2. Whoa, 51. 2, 3. There it is, nicely timed, player. Look at this down here. It looks like a vineyard, doesn't it? It's sort of like crazy. Double for the tie. 51. 2, 3. Coming to the end, I would have thought. 5, 6.
This is a reminder.
Alexa,
Drink
stop.
water.
5, 6, we need this one, or I'm going to have to open another shoe. Ah! 11, 6. Yeah, you usually figure when that number up there gets to sort of like 72-ish, that that's 11, 6, which is 3-2 in 500s on player. This is just a rollover. Could be in trouble, you never know. I mean, it's impossible to tell. Session balance is very solid, but we're chasing now. 3-2. Ouch. 5-4. 1, 2. Ah, that would have been good. 7, 8. Everything is on the table now. Okay. 15, 8, which is 8-4, and to the banker. So now it's got to be 4, 5.5. There we go. So we ended up with a very, very solid performance. We're under 15 minutes. We've made 6,000. And, you know, the bottom line, the nitty gritty is when you get to the end of the whole thing and you sort of say, okay, so how much did we win? What was the total action? What was the average win value? What was the average loss value? And so on. And all of that in these demos now, I'm putting up earlier than I used to. I used to just save everything to the very end. But now I'm putting it up at the beginning simply because I know that people come in very quickly and they're not getting a sort of a handle on how things were at the end, and they don't do the same thing that I used to do or still do. Well, obviously I still do it every day with YouTube and just go straight to the end. I mean, what I tend to do when I go to a Vegas mat thing, for instance, is I couldn't possibly stand all that drivel in between. I mean, all that sort of like bickering and nonsense and sort of sometimes there's a real kind of edge to what they're doing, and it's a typical family situation. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything desperately wrong with it. It's just that now they're so comfortable filming that they don't bother to sort of put on a public face. It's when EJ's in a bad mood or one of the others wants to be sarcastic or nasty or whatever, they just get on with it, which is kind of endearing in a way, but at the same time it's almost embarrassing. So it's like the old fly on the wall thing. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything. Let's go and have a look at the results. I didn't save that last shoe. Oops. Thank goodness that this thing is as good as it is. Maybe I'll play on for just a couple because we're only at 7 right now. So I'm going to... I think we're supposed to be on the banker, actually. Yeah, I'll go to 20. +1. +1. No, that's not right. Okay, back to the min. +1. Double for the tie. All right. Back to the min. Repeat that one. That's good. Still stuck with the flipping bank. Double for the tie. Let's try and get this one because it's number 20. That's 5. So that's 2-1 over to the player. 1-2. There we go. 7,500 in 18 minutes, which I think is not bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so now I'll save this one. Get it right. I know there are jokers out there who say, well, this isn't the real thing. It's not the same as... It's exactly the same. God, I was watching... I think it was Dalton Webb, DD, and he got... he was dealt 2 7s, or did he have... No, he had 2 hands out, which is always dumb. Got a 7 on each, and then the second card on each was another 7. And then the first, he didn't want to split them because there was a big card out, I think. So he got an 8 on the first 14 and busted, and then an 8 on the second 14. And you look at something like that and you think, how could that not be rigged? It's too crazy. I mean, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. And then it turned out the dealer had 13. So if he'd stood on either one of those 14s, the dealer would have got 21. And it looks suspicious, but it's not. It's just how these things happen. It's just what goes on, No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so the first one. Stopping the clock. Well, no happy tales of victory on this one, eh? Loss of 1,275 total. 925 won across 3 bets. So that's an average win of 308. 2,200 lost across 8 losing bets. That's an average loss of 275. Average win over average loss, 112%, which is bloody useless. Hence the minus 1,275 at bottom left. What else do we need to know? The loss of 1,275 was against total action of 3,125. No commission involved in there. That messes the numbers up sometimes, but not very much. Less than 5% anyway. As minus 41%. The actual value, which is flat bets, minus 5 over 14 in total, including ties. That's minus 36%. So what we did was we made a shit show, even shittier, going from minus 36% to minus 41%. Oh, joy. All right, so here we are with shoe 1851, which is a much happier sight. I wish those, when you were winning, I wish that line was green instead of red, but that's not within my control. Stop the clock, and I'll be back. All right then, folks, so in shoe number 1851, Gordon Bennett, I can't believe it. A much happier picture, naturally. We ended up ahead 4,361. We won 9,161 across 40 winning bets. Average win 229. Lost 4,800. 29 losing bets. Average loss 166. Average win value over average loss value is 138%, which is great. Anything over 125% is terrific, mostly. So now the actual value, we had 11 more wins than losses. The actual value, flat bet value, is plus 11 over 74, which is a player edge of 15%. We scored plus 4,361 over action of 13,961, so that's 31%. So what we did is we bumped the player edge from 15% to 31%, which is a good thing. Okay, so we had to roll over into this one because there was a big fat bet that we just ran out of room on the other shoe. So I played on for a bit on this one. We did go down quite a bit. We went down to 6,000. So the the end balance, the end story is, and I will do the numbers and get back to you. All right, so the numbers run down this time is total wins 13,285, 12 bets. Average win 1,107, 8,925 over 10. Average loss 893. Average win value over average loss value 124%, which is very, very close to optimum. I normally say 125 is where I'm happiest, but I have no control over those sorts of things. We've got plus 4,360 over total action of 22,210 is a win percentage of 20%. We had an actual value, flat bets, plus 2 over 23, which is plus 9%. So pattern betting took a 9% player edge to 20%, which again I think is a good thing. So, that's just me. And now I'm going to do the 3-shoe session. I'll be. All right then. So the final 3-shoe full session tally is a win of 7,446, over 39,296 in total action, which is a win of 19%. That's our win percentage, or our hold, as the casinos sometimes like to call it. The actual value, we were 8 bets ahead in 111 bets, so that's a player edge of 7.2%. So what pattern betting did this time is boost 7.2% in our favor to 19%. And again, I think that's a good thing.